Welcome to It's Eric Nagel, and I'm going to quote some immortal words from Greg Opie Hughes. Why would anything work here? Why?
It
One
should
of those
work.
days, huh?
Holy shit!
We don't need a computer.
You think it's
Sort
just a
of.
bit what Opie and Anthony used to go through and what and Opie and Jimmy go through now? Not a bit.
Not a bit.
Man, I've never seen Eric this angry.
He's
It's true, he's
human.
angry.
He's blinking like an 80s video game boss. Someone get him a chicken.
Keep the music going. I'm writing this out.
Yeah.
866-969-1969 is the phone number. I am Eric Nagel, your host. Joining me always, each and every week, is my co-host, Matt O.G.
Hello.
And my pal, Giddles, here.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
And we welcome back the lovely Lisa Correa.
Hello.
How are you?
She's got the best Star Wars bag ever, but
She
you guys
does.
can't see it.
Aw,
It's
thanks.
fancy.
It is
Yeah.
fancy.
Sorry you have to deal with this, but here's what's going on. So we have computers in the studio here that Sam uses and that Ron and Fez use, where if you want to look up stuff, it shows on other monitors around the studio here, so we know what we're talking about. We can watch clips and read articles, etc. So the account that we use here seems to be locked out, which is amazing because it's not a regular corporate account. It's
Right.
supposed to be just for this studio. Been calling IT for probably 25 minutes on and off trying to get this account unlocked. They can't find anything. They're asking me what technical servers it's on. I have no fucking clue. But I'm like, dude, it's just the on-air computers that we use in the studio. Can somebody please unlock it? Here's the account that we use for our show, for Ron and Fez, etc. They're going through and he goes, all right, let me put you on hold. Phone hangs up. Call back again. And he's like, why do you keep hanging up? I'm like, you're hanging up on me, dude. And he's trying to help me. I'm not pissed at him at this point.
At this point,
yeah.
So he's trying to help. He's going through. He's checking with whoever he has to check with, and so be it. So they can't find this account. Then finally, all of a sudden, they find the account, but they have to switch the password, which everybody here uses for this computer. Okay, fine. Just give me something so I can unlock this account. They switch it. Okay, let me go check it. I'll call you right back. Great. Hung up the phone, ran in here while the song was playing, moved Matt out of the way. I'm trying to log in. Still says the account is locked. We can't do anything. It's a whole administration thing. Call them back. They're gone. They're gone.
That's it. They
I
tapped
said, I'll
out.
call them right back. Whether it was going to work or not, I'll let you know. Okay, great. That was, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Didn't work. Went pick up the phone. They're gone for the weekend.
Should put him on hold.
It's on voicemail now. Nobody's there.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So we are fucked on this computer thing here.
yeah,
My God.
we'll make it work.
It's like
Sorta.
the fanciest studio ever that you can't access all the. But you know what? All you need is the microphone and your personality.
Yeah, no.
It's like doing radio 15 years ago.
No, we kind of need some of the stuff that we want to talk about. Like, we were going to play some movie trailers.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to do that now.
We can act them
Yeah,
out.
we should reenact them. I was thinking
Yeah.
the
We
same
find
thing.
transcripts of movie trailers.
Yeah.
All right.
Do an Arnold voice yelling
Giddles,
zombie
get ready
for
to
10
do
minutes.
your Zardos or whatever it was.
Oh, yes. Beyond 2001, beyond 1984.
Get ready to spew some guns.
Zardoz.
But anyway,
Anyway,
we'll make do because we have to here. And we
Sure.
are attempting to be broadcast professionals.
attempting is the
So-
operative.
Oh, and then guess what? Sean Ashmore's not going to be on the show today. So we have that as well.
He's frozen.
It'll be next week because of technical issues. So we'll get to that one there. But we will speak later to Bridget Mendler, who's on the
Nice.
new show, not the new show, the second season of Undateable on NBC. New show to her. It may be new to you if you haven't watched it before, but there's an incentive to watch it. She's also had a few big top 40 hits. If you're not familiar with her, she's a star on the Disney Channel. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Okay.
People know who this girl is.
Sure.
She's kind of a big deal. So we'll talk to her a little later, and we're going to talk to the guys from Super Troopers in a couple minutes.
Nice.
We're waiting for them to call in there.
yeah.
Talk to them about the big Indiegogo thing they did this week for Super Troopers 2, which made all the news because their funding was done in less than 24 hours.
Right.
Which is amazing. But then we looked at it today, and it seems to really be done because it doesn't seem like anybody's contributed since.
They're like, oh, we got the money. All right, done.
I think.
I mean,
I
great
think they
for
set
them, but
their
it's
goal
just like
too
you'd
low.
think people would kick in some more money. It's like the more money you give to the movie, the better the movie's going to be. Like, nope, you got your $2 million, we're done.
Well, maybe they realized they were gonna have to go to a lot of wedding parties. Did you see the Indiegogo prizes? Like they'll be your bride, your groomsmen. They'll play beer pong with you. Like they're pretty good prizes.
I think for $35,000, you got the patrol car.
Yeah, it's not bad. Like you're just legit buying them. Like that's what it is.
That is so awesome.
Pretty sweet.
Oh, they're on the phones. Let's go to them.
Oh shit, they heard me.
It's not the phone. Can you hand me that one?
What, you want this mouse?
That one, please.
Oh jeez.
Professionals.
It's one of those days. Please say hello to. Is this working? There it is. Kevin Heffernan and Steve Lemmy. You know them as Mac and Farva from Super Troopers. They've been in Beer Fest, all kinds of cool stuff. You know who these guys are. Guys, how are you?
What's up? How's it going?
Good.
How you doing?
Congratulations on your Indiegogo venture there. You got your $2 million in less than 24 hours.
Yeah, it was amazing. We did it pretty quickly, and we're really thankful and appreciative to all the people who contributed. But to answer the question that you were raising while you were talking, because we were eavesdropping on you, that $2 million is actually it's the first of our goals, and next week we're going to sort of roll out to everybody what the long-term plan is, because as you said, the $2 million is what we can make the movie for in the very most minimal way. And, so now everything else will make the movie better. For instance, in the first movie we did our opening scene, which everyone said was the best scene in the movie, and so now we have to top that. And we have an idea, but that scene itself will be a big action sequence.
We gotta blow something up, man. We gotta go blow something up.
Hells yeah.
You got to blow a lot of things up.
Yeah, I mean, what the heck? You need money to blow stuff up.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about, Gills and I were just talking about the incentives for donating to the movie here, and they're great incentives. Beer pong was one of them. What was the other ones you were saying?
I think it was like be like groomsmen at the wedding,
right?
I believe.
which is a great prize to get, because everyone's gonna be like, who are those two dudes?
Especially if you have no friends.
But at the bottom of the page, the really big ticket item was that you could get the patrol cars used in the movie. Yeah, I'm reading this, and I've talked to a couple people, and they're like, this is awesome. If you had $35,000 to kick in, you get the patrol car. But my question is, what condition is the car in when these people get it?
We're going to mess with it for a while.
It's like having renter's insurance.
Yeah.
We're going to throw some dead stuff in the trunk and then give it to them. No, somebody bought that. Somebody bought it.
I know. It was one of the first things to go.
Yeah,
it went quickly. And the dude, we heard from the dude, he lives in Chicago, and he's like psyched. I think he's like a collector or something of cars, so he's psyched to have the car from Super Troopers.
Are you guys going to drive it out to him to deliver it?
I don't even know if it'll work. There's an engine in it, I don't even know.
I think you should make it fun, like give them a map and leave it somewhere and just let them find their car.
Yeah.
Some like Johnny Chimbo clues.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Awesome.
If you want to contribute, I mean, they're still taking funds. Doesn't mean it has to stop, even though it's weird. It seems that a lot of people have stopped adding to it. But, please, continue, because the more you give to this movie, the better it's going to be. You can go to Indiegogo.com/project/super-troopers-2, or just Google it, Super Troopers 2 Indiegogo, and it shows up right there at the top of your
there's also
search.
like an easier one that's, I think it's supertroopers2movie.com.
There you go.
Takes you right there.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's the campaign is actually going for 30 days. It's actually kind of a natural thing where it slows down after the first few days.
After the first couple million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's funny because we for the wedding prize, we're either groomsmen or bridesmaids. We can wear a dress. We're not too proud, but like for that one, people will actually contact us to see if we are available for their wedding. So, like, we're getting save the dates from people, which is kind of hilarious.
A whole bunch of magnets on your fridge of people you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, how many of you have to commit to these things? Is it the whole group, or just you're picking, like, oh, look, I'll take the wedding stuff. You're going to go play beer pong with these guys?
No, it's all of us. All of us, yeah. We tried to do as many of us as possible. And I think almost all of the things are us, so... Yeah, we'll be a team at the beer pong, and they'll have 5 best men or bridesmaids, which will be us.
Have you considered getting ordained and marrying people?
That's funny that you say that, because I actually am an ordained minister, and as we, like our campaign is going to keep introducing new prizes and different prizes, and one of them is that I will come to your wedding and marry you.
Nice.
And, yeah. So
are they aware that you're going to do that? Or are you just going to kind of walk up there and kind of push the reverend or the rabbi aside and go, "I got this"? Grab the mic and then go for yours.
I'll have you know something, fellas. If I want to right now, I could just declare you guys husbands, and it would be so.
Sweet. I need to save some money on taxes, so.
And you need health insurance.
Yeah, I need both. Let's do this.
Skittles is in a bad place right now.
Do I have to be involved in this?
Lemmy, was it in the back of a magazine that you became a minister, or what was it?
I was writing a movie script, and in it, somebody had become an ordained minister, and I went online just to see like how easy it was or what you had to do. And online, I just registered, and they sent me for $50. I became a minister.
He clicked a banner ad next to University of Phoenix.
Pretty good. I don't know what religion it is, but pretty good.
Well, let's come up with a religion.
Can you let us know some of these new incentives that are coming, or is this like top secret?
No,
I think there's a couple of good things. Yeah, go ahead, let me go.
I'm sorry, Kev. I mean, I know like on the smaller end of things, we're going to start unrolling limited edition T-shirts that have been designed by artists, which are amazing. Like, they're really incredible. And, then I know that we're going to start, like, one thing that we haven't done yet are international screenings.
Right.
We have screenings in premieres for, like, L.A., New York, Chicago. I know we're going to start doing international ones. We're going to do a Denver package, which is kind of like a come hang out with us in Denver, Colorado.
Are you guys going to shoot Pot Fest at that time, like you guys alluded to at the end of Beer Fest?
That might. Sorry, go ahead.
We have talked about Pot Fest, and that would certainly be the place to shoot it.
No coincidence that they're going to be in Denver.
No coincidence.
Yeah. I think we're going to Bonnaroo, too. Isn't Bonnaroo like a thing in Bonnaroo? Some sort of show we're doing at Bonnaroo, Lemmy? Is that true?
We are going to Bonnaroo. We're doing a couple things. We're going to Bonnaroo to do, I think, a reading of Super Troopers with a bunch of musicians that are going to be at Bonnaroo. And I know there are plans to bring us to the Cannabis Cup in April.
Nice.
Where we will host their awards show, as I understand it. Right.
All right. Okay.
How much do we have to donate to go to the Cannabis Cup with you?
I don't know. What's the price point on that?
I got like $20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I think it's a lung. Don't you have to donate a lung?
Yeah, exactly.
I think an interesting incentive would be that if you pay a certain amount, they're just going to show up in a place where they're not welcome and do the screening. Like just somewhere in the Midwest, like in the middle of a mall or a high school football game, they're just going to set up and start playing the movie.
Yeah, like a kindergarten, like somewhere.
There you go. Yeah. They got to learn somewhere.
Regarding your incentives, are you shocked that you didn't instantaneously get the 25,000 people you needed for the bare ass bundle? I noticed that had stalled a little bit as well.
It did. We started that last night. I think we're going to get there, though. I have faith in America that they want to see our asses.
Yeah, no, that one hasn't stalled at all. It was introduced yesterday, and I think we're already like 20% of the way there. Like we got.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Like 5,000 of those sold. It's $1. It's $1 to see our naked butts. And here's the funny thing: we did a little test run yesterday, and we didn't have a Xerox. We had a scanner. And so that was us all sitting on the floor on top of a scanner, one after the other, and like they were disgusting. It's disgusting.
The scanners these days are very graphic.
A little too good, a little too high def.
They're very good. It's like HDTV, almost too good.
With this whole campaign and the media just pouring all over this for the fact that you raised the money so fast to put out this next movie, it's continuing a tradition where it's pretty much telling all the big movie studios, look, we have these ideas, you don't want to put them out, fine, we'll go and fund it ourselves or with the assistance of our fan base there to put these projects out that people obviously want to see and that they do enjoy. have you heard from anybody that now that you're doing this that wants to be a part of this project, celebrity-wise, or have the movie companies come back to you and say, "Look, we saw what you did. We want to join in with distribution or something like that"?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that the unique thing for us is that Fox owns Super Troopers, right? They're the ones who put the first movie out. So when people said to us, "Hey, why can't you go find studio money to make it?" We can't, because there's only one studio that owns it. So this became more of a situation of us trying to prove to Fox that there's an audience out there, because we had a hard time getting it made with them. And I think they were reluctant at first, but over the last couple of days, they really kind of had a change of heart where they're they're surprised.
Can you let us in a little bit on this process here, where you guys have been trying to get this done for a while, and you go to the studio? Yeah. I think it's under Fox Searchlight, right?
Yeah.
All right. The Searchlight division there. You say, "Look, here's the script, here's the idea, this is what we want to do," and they refuse it. Do they then give you permission to do it elsewhere because they had first refusal, or are they being tight about it?
They don't want it. I mean, it's not like they would come out and refuse it. It's more like you get caught up in the corporate kind of thing, and It's always like you have to do lawyers, and then it's like we only have a certain amount of release slots a year, and there's just all this kind of red tape you find yourself in. And since there's only one person who already owns it, it's hard to kind of get it undone out of that red tape. So this was kind of the idea of like, let's use this to push it out of that, And in the deal making that we made with them, they actually said to us, "Look, we'll make a deal where we'll just put it out in the theaters. You guys go raise the money, put it together, and then you can have some sort of ownership."
So Fox is still going to distribute it for you?
They're still going to, which is a good thing, they're still going to use their machinery to put it out in theaters. But again, it's one of those situations where the more popularity, the more they see people want to see it here in this campaign, the wider they'll release it.
Right.
And the more it'll go to. So, I mean, it's all kind of tied in,
Now, with you doing this, and you're going to now go shoot everything, and Fox is now distributing this for you, if this becomes one of those, shots in the dark where, again, you're raising $100 million, box office off this movie here, are they more than likely going to greenlit some of your other projects now because you pretty much showed them that you didn't need them in the first place?
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of the way it works for them. It's just, it's dollars and cents. If they suddenly get the feeling that there is an appetite for the movie and the movie then performs for them, there's no reason for them not to, greenlight another film or even a third version of Super Troopers. And you feel that pretty quickly. Like even the last few days, we've had so much press around us. Like doors just sort of magically open for you when you get hot. And that's just, and getting hot can be literally nothing more than getting a lot of attention suddenly for something you're doing.
Giddles had said about Potfest that they alluded to at the end of Beer Fest there. Do you have other scripts in the works too that now that you're seeing that this is working out and this is a go, that you're going to try to do the same with some of your other projects?
I don't know if we'll I mean, we could try to do the crowdfunding thing again. I mean, the hope is that, by doing this crowdfunding thing, the industry will see that fans are into our movies and stuff, and that maybe we can go other routes of financing. And, once we do the campaign, I think we'll get a better feeling of whether, we would do the crowdfunding thing again. I mean, obviously it's been successful so far, so it's hard to say now,
If you possibly can, when this movie is getting ready to come out, you try to talk to Netflix again and get Super Troopers back on the instant streaming.
Oh, is it not streaming anymore?
It hasn't been for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because, and Netflix actually knows that the movie does very well for them. We had a funny meeting over there about something else where we cited Super Troopers, and their numbers guy punched it up on his screen, and literally his head snapped back as he saw the numbers. And he was like,
oh, this has to be a mistake.
yeah, exactly. They're like, what movie is this? But it's weird. You get windows. So I think Fox sells windows to different companies where they can stream, and so sometimes it's on Netflix and sometimes it's not. It's kind of weird.
But it's also, I know it's on Amazon Prime, and
oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think so is Beer Fest. I mean, Amazon has all the titles, so it is what Kevin said. The studio sells the rights, and Netflix, may or may not go for the package, whatever they're being offered.
For those of you who haven't seen Beer Fest, go
Super
out,
Troopers, yeah.
go out and see it. You're really missing out. And if you haven't seen Super Troopers, where the hell have you been
Where
for
the
the
hell have
last
you been?
12 years?
I would also recommend Club Dread and Slam and Salmon. I liked both of those, and
thank you.
Puddle Cruiser.
Thank you.
A lot of people have not seen
Thanks,
that.
man.
Yeah, you guys have mentioned all the movies. That's great. Thank you.
There is.
I loved Club Dread. That actually was
Club
really
Dread was
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
I want a whole Coconut Pete spin-off movie.
I know, me too. We do a prequel of Coconut Pete.
Yes.
I got a message from our friend Brian Lynch.
I saw that, yeah.
And Brian said to remind them that he wrote and directed a movie called Big Helium Dog in 1997.
Yeah.
Please bring this up endlessly, as they were both fantastic in it.
That's Brian Lynch. Yeah, we're gonna have Brian Lynch over for lunch on Tuesday.
Oh, nice. We had Brian on the show last week. We talked to him about some of the stuff that he's got going on. So,
Oh, good.
Yeah. That was, we shot that one right after we shot Puddle Cruiser. So pre-Super Troopers, post-Puddle Cruiser, and he had a deal with Kevin Smith, and he made a super low-budget movie that's, just a fun thing that we all got to act in. So,
nice.
We all slept overnight in his basement. So I think that's how it all works.
yeah.
Well, go to Indiegogo.com. What was the website that you guys had for the Super Troopers fundraiser?
It's supertroopers2movie.com.
There you go, and that will have the links to and all the information, so you can contribute to help make Super Troopers 2, which is now a reality, but you can help make it more gooder.
Yeah, add more explosions.
Right.
More booms.
And more vehicle crashing and all kinds of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
You're also on Twitter, Steve Lemmy, Lemme on Twitter, and Heffernan Rules, which is awesome. HEFFERNAN Rules. Kevin, you're still doing stand-up, right?
Yeah, both of us. Yeah, Steve and I have been both doing stand-up for a while, yeah.
Oh, I apologize. Steve's too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check out their stuff. You were on, Kevin, a few months ago, you were on a friend of ours show, Big O and Dukes, down in D.C. area there.
Love those guys.
And they went out to see your comedy show, and they said it was amazing.
Yeah. Steve and I actually were doing a two-man show down there in D.C., and I think Steve hadn't gotten to town, but I did their podcast, and then they came out for the show. It was great. It was a good show.
Yeah, if you
They're good guys.
If you haven't heard it, look up Big O and Dukes and their podcast there. The Kevin Heffernan interview was actually really, really good. You should download it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Guys, is there anything else that we're not plugging here, or is there anything else that maybe the public doesn't know that you can tell us before we go?
I know that we are offering something on the Indiegogo site that has never been done before in a crowdfunding thing, which is we partnered up with Fandango, and
The wrestler?
yeah. And he will
Body
kick your
slam.
ass if you don't. No, we partnered with Fandango, and so you can actually go and buy a ticket to Super Troopers 2 in the movie theater, and that money will actually go to us now towards making the movie. So, in fact, whereas in the past you would see these photos of people who had backed movies and they're at Sundance with a sign saying hey, I spent $100 on this movie and I still can't get a ticket to see it.
Right.
In fact, with us, one of the prizes is you buy a ticket and that goes to us so you can see it. So you're spending money you would spend anyway, but we get it to make the movie.
That is a hell of a pre-sale.
That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty awesome, yeah.
Pretty good pre.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, if you haven't seen Super Troopers, we can't stress this enough. It's one of the funniest movies ever made. It's in the realm of a Caddyshack, Revenge of the Nerds, one of these all-time great comedies. Definitely go and check that out. And thanks to everybody who's funded for Super Troopers 2 now is going to be a reality, but you can still can contribute and make more explosions, as they said.
Right.
By giving your hard-earned money to them if you could. Kevin Heffernan and Steve Lemmy, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. And as we get closer to the movie being released, and if you're in New York, come by.
You got it.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care, guys.
Later.
Later.
Bye.
That was so nice of them to call, and they're on vacation, by the way.
Oh, really?
With their families.
Oh, geez.
And they just ditched their families for a while to come and promote this, which was really,
Well,
really
that's
cool
nice.
of them. It is. I love you, honey, but I got to work.
Now go donate twice.
Yeah.
Whatever you're
Right.
going to donate, add an extra 10 or 15 bucks.
I think I'm going to watch Beer Fest this weekend. I haven't
Nice.
seen it in a while.
I think I'm going to
Do
watch
it.
Super Troopers because it's been a while that since I've seen Super
Have either of you
Troopers.
guys seen Slime and Salmon or no?
I haven't seen Slime. No, I
It's
have not.
pretty ridiculous. You should check it out.
I think I'm going to become a minister now.
Yeah, that's a good
Nice.
idea.
$50.
You could marry people at Comic-Con.
Yeah, exactly.
You
There
can
you
marry
go.
cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do. No, that's kind of hack, I guess. If you would have done the meow game.
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and then I kind of bailed. I was
Can
like,
I
I'm
donate
sure
now?
everyone.
What?
I'm sure everyone's done it.
I know,
Yeah.
it's so hack.
I'm glad we didn't do it.
Oh well.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I gotta watch Super Troopers again too. Did you saw Broken Lizard, right? I'm not Broken Lizard. Club Dread.
Of course,
Right.
I own it.
I had to watch it a couple times before it was like the other movies I got, but that one, the first time I watched it, I'm like, wow, this wasn't good.
The first time I saw Club Dread, I hated it. And
Right.
then I rewatched it, and I was like, wow, this movie's actually pretty fucking amazing.
You have to pay really close attention to some of the lines that are being thrown around and watch what they're doing. Then you're like, okay, now I'm getting this. And by the third time, you're like, this is kind of a funny movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the story's a bit. It's a bit more thoughty.
There's
Is
a
that
lot to
thoughty?
take-
Is that-
there's
is
a
that
lot to
word? I
take
don't think
in.
that's a word. There's a lot to take in.
Thoughty.
That's what happens when computers break down. My brain shuts down too.
Thoughty.
Oh, well, who needs
You have
show
a thoughty
prep, right?
mind.
Yeah.
I also have giveaways today too, so
Nice.
we're going to take a break in a moment. I got from our friends at the WWE. It's a big weekend for them. It's WrestleMania 31
Right.
Oh, I
live.
thought we were getting a panda.
Maybe I'll put in a request for that. WrestleMania 31 live in San Jose. If you heard Sam Roberts' show earlier today, he was live there doing all the Radio Row with all the wrestlers. I think it's rerunning on Sunday at 12 o'clock, and it's going to be on SiriusXM on demand, so you can check that out with the new app. But they gave us a bunch of stuff to give away. I've got shirts, hats, DVDs, all different shapes and
plethora.
sizes, and maybe one of your favorite wrestlers. I don't know. But we have a lot of stuff here, so I would like to give that away tonight. If you want that, feel free to call in. We also have some copies of Interstellar on Blu-ray.
Nice.
It's Blu-ray, DVD, and the digital copy. So that's pretty
bad.
cool. Now, this movie I wanted to see, but when I heard the runtime on it, and even I don't care how good it was in IMAX, I didn't want to sit there for over 3 hours.
Yeah.
So this was one of those movies. I said when it comes out on Blu-ray or digital streaming, however you get your movies, that this is something that you're going to watch at home.
Yeah, I really want. I missed it too. I just don't get to go to the theater much anymore.
Right.
But I like I like all of his films.
So we have some of those to give away. I have a copy of Breakfast Club, the 30th anniversary on Blu-ray too.
Why are you laughing? That's a classic.
It is a pretty good movie.
It is, but I don't know why it's in here with all the other stuff that we're giving away.
Because
But
I think did that edition just come out? That special edition probably just came out.
it's the 30th
See?
anniversary.
That's why.
Yeah.
It's timely, Eric. Timely.
They teach you how to do the dance in the library there.
Not only is it the 30th anniversary, that's like the Simpsons font almost on that too.
Is it a Fox movie?
No, it's Universal.
Thieves lawsuit. What else do we have? Oh, I also have a couple of copies left of Evolve. If you're a PC gamer,
Right.
I have those as well. So we'll try to give those away. It's so hard to give away things nowadays. Like some people call in for like when the Funko stuff was here.
Yeah.
gone.
Gone
But then you're
fast.
like free video games, free movies, and people take their time.
Well, they get them other ways.
Right. I want to go to this because there's a bunch of stuff that's happening in the world of movies, in the world of Netflix.
There is.
This is one of them. And we'll talk to Dirk in the Netherlands before we go to break here. Dirk.
Hi.
Hi, man.
Hey, guys. I love the show.
Thank
I
you.
listen to it every week. Even Anthony Cumia had some very nice words to say about it last week.
Yes, he did. It was earlier this week. He did. I was going to get to that after the break, too. But on Anthony's show, anthonycumia.com for Live from the Compound.
Right. So have you guys heard or seen anything of the new Inspector Gadget cartoon yet?
There was a trailer this week.
Okay.
It's I know it's coming to Netflix.
Today.
Yeah,
on there now.
It's okay.
I'm interested in it because it's Inspector Gadget, but I don't. I wish it was like traditional 2D animation. That's what I feel. You seem
Right, it's
you seem
almost like,
cranky, Eric.
I am a little bit, but it's not Dirk's fault here. But Inspector Gadget, yes, is now back and it's on Netflix. The animation style much different. Some would say better, some would say worse
Well,
compared
it's
to the
like-
original.
What is it, like Pixar style?
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
Pixar
okay.
style, like 3D, whatever. Yeah. Did you
Paul's
see it,
saying
Dirk?
boo
What did
for
you-
some
what did
reason.
Did you like it?
I'm a
I
traditionalist.
saw,
Yeah, I'm not
saw
excited about
a little bit of it. I couldn't watch all of it, but I saw a little bit of it. It's just weird. But maybe it's also because I've matured much more since the cartoon, so...
That's no excuse.
It's just another example of them trying to recapture something from our collective youths, and sometimes it just doesn't need to be recaptured. Sometimes it just needs to be, left alone. Like, for example, Coach. Does Coach really need to be recaptured?
Don't even bring that up. Don't bring other shows up, and we're going to do that after the break here, because I don't want to extend this conversation any longer than we have to at this moment. And that's no offense to you, Dirk. I just I need to take a break and regroup here.
No problem.
This has just been a shitty
Have a good day.
Thanks, man. I do
Dirk.
appreciate it. If he wasn't in the Netherlands, I would have given him some, because they don't pay to ship internationally. So,
Oops.
what can I do? Let's take a break here. We'll regroup. Bridget Mendler a little later in the show. Lisa Carrero is back on the program here,
I'm here.
and there's it's a special day here for you.
It is.
It is. We got a little surprise for you.
Really?
Yes, and we'll get to that after the break.
It's Eric Nagel. Eric and Matt are back.
Fraggle Rock.
Boom, that's Alistair with their punk rock cover of Fraggle Rock. It is Eric Nagel, 866-969-1969. Matt Giddles and Lisa are here as well.
Yes.
Yay.
And things seem to be getting a little better as the computer is now working
Look
for
at the
some
miracle.
reason that we can't explain. It now all of a sudden decided to work.
Hey, look, it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
It
Yes.
is.
And
It's his
he-
mug. It's a beautiful mug. I mean,
And he's going to be part of the
look at
new
that
Fraggle
face.
Rock.
Oh, is he playing a Fraggle?
We don't know. Matt and I were, we wanted to talk about it last week, but again, we never have time to finish everything. He was announced that he's signed to the project, but it doesn't really state what he's doing in the movie. I'm thinking, remember in the original series, which was on HBO, the old man with the dog, Doc, right?
Doc.
and
Sprocket was the dog.
The old man used to go nuts because nobody believed him about the Fraggles, but they would some portal to his house or something like that. I'm thinking that he might be the grandson, like the grandfather's known, like the backstories that he always saw these Fraggles, but nobody in the family believed him,
Yes.
thought he lost his mind. Like the guy dies, maybe he gets the house
He
and then
inherits
discovers the Fraggles on his
The
own.
portal.
That's just my theory,
he's
but
like
that's
a
probably not what
bachelor.
it's going to be.
I kind of want to watch that version.
The more I think about it, that would be good. But
It's just him running around with a broom and a vacuum trying to kill them all.
And people are like, there's just a gas leak under that building.
Raising a lighter right into the hole.
Doozers, what?
Dozers.
And Cotterpin was the only one that had a real name. It was just engineer, architect, Cotterpin.
Yeah.
That was weird, right? I think, though, that would be too small of a role unless they're really going to up the human element on the show.
Well, he's not going to be the trash heap.
No, but maybe he'll voice Gobo.
I don't know. Like the way they're saying he's attached to, or at least the way they've been writing it, it seems like he's going to be the human element to the show. So I don't think he's going to be a voice.
Again, if he's going to be the human element to the show, they have to really up the human element factor. Unless he's going to be a Gorg. He'll be one of the giants.
Yeah, like how many human elements are going to be in this movie?
That's what I mean. Like, you have to be careful. Fraggles are not Muppets.
He's probably going to be like a lonely guy, first of all. He's definitely going to be a bachelor. And then, like, he's a musician who can't quite make it. And they inspire him to write these cool Fraggle songs.
Maybe. That I could see that working.
And then he finds love, of course.
Maybe
Yeah.
he develops almost like a heroin addiction to eating those little sugar sticks that they make all the construction for in the world of Fraggles.
Maybe he's going to have sex with Fraggles.
Oh my God.
And that makes a Muppet?
Well,
No, what Lisa just described is the new porn parody, not Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle cock?
Fraggle Cock.
Thank you. No, what I find interesting about this is a little behind the scenes is that Disney doesn't own the Fraggles.
No, that is owned.
The Henson Company still owns the Fraggles, and the movies the Henson Company partnered with.
I also
New,
think HBO still has some
with
kind of
New
licensing
Regency.
to it.
Maybe.
Because when Jim Henson died, the separation of his properties was that the Children's Television Workshop got sole ownership in association with the Henson group
Right.
for keeping Sesame Street on public access in that world. They can be lent to other Muppet properties if they want. Like Disney owns the Muppet property now.
Correct.
If they wanted to bring in some of the Sesame Street, they have that option to do so. Fraggle Rock, I think, just stayed as its own with the Hensons, but I think HBO still has some kind of tie to it.
There was that Muppets Christmas special. I want to say it was a Muppets Family Christmas. I could be wrong. Where they all go to Fozzie's mom's house or his grandma's house for Christmas. And the Fraggles actually show up. On the official release of that, the Fraggles have been cut from it because it's released by Disney. If you're fortunate enough to have a bootlegged copy of it,
Bastards.
Fraggles.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a big enough audience to bring back the Fraggles.
If there's a big enough audience to bring back Inspector Gadget, there's a way bigger
Yeah.
audience
Oh, yeah.
to bring back Fraggle Rock.
You think so?
Far
I
bigger.
think
so.
Fraggle Rock was one of those. I don't want to say groundbreaking shows, but like HBO would not be HBO without Fraggle Rock as part of it, because
Absolutely.
it was one of those weird elements that they just put it on a cable service in the 80s that was just starting to get big, and that was a big gamble because that was really limiting the audience compared to the Muppets Worldwide and
Right.
Sesame Street on public access and what have you. But to put this particular project on HBO sort of made HBO.
And it was unique from the other Muppets-related projects. It wasn't Sesame Street. It wasn't learning-based, right? It wasn't a variety show like the Muppet Show was. It really was serialized storytelling, which was a completely different element for that type of character. And so it stood out. And then, you know, people who watch it really got into the show and got into the characters and where they went. And I think there's still a pretty big fan base for it.
Okay, fair enough. Garrison in Wisconsin. Garrison, how are you?
Oh, pretty good, Eric. Hi, Matt.
Hey.
Hey, what's up,
Hey, I
man?
was wondering, do you think maybe they're going to modernize it? You know, have like Fraggles walking around with like their version of an iPod and tablets, and you know, have a more modern Fraggle Rock.
I doubt it, because really the entire like basis of their technology was whatever the doozers could build. So unless they're going to remove that element, right? I don't think there was a huge technological component to the show originally, unless
But
they
at
pull
times
them out of like.
That's what I was thinking. Unless they pull them out of that world
Yeah,
and
unless
like
they
put
pull
them
them
on
out of
tour or
caves,
something.
yeah.
Into the human world, you know, and got a glimpse of what was going on in Doc's area and everything, you know.
The other thing is that the Fraggles were considerably smaller. Right, the Muppets were, you know, Kermit is a decent size, but Fraggles are like teeny tiny, aren't they? Like mouse size, so they would need like teeny
and then-
tiny
and then
iPads.
Dozers or whatever were,
Yeah.
or doozers were tiny.
Right. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be kind of awkward. I hope they don't go that route.
Hey, Eric,
Yes.
do you think you could spare one of those copies of Evolved for PC?
Yes, I can do that.
I'd appreciate it. I really
Yeah, all right. What we'll do is we'll put you on hold, we'll get your information, and then I'll send it right out to you, okay?
Thank you, sir.
And
night.
Garrison's on line 7 there, get all his info, and that's courtesy of, I forgot the plug sheet, I apologize, 2K Games.
Oops.
So we'll give you a copy of Evolve there.
Thank you, 2K Games.
Derek in West Virginia. Derek, how are you, sir?
Hey, man, what's up?
What's up?
Hey, what's your thoughts on this year's main event at WrestleMania?
I know Matt's not. You used to be a wrestling fan,
Yeah.
not so much. You went to your first live event in God knows how long,
in a
not too long
long
ago.
time,
I took
yeah.
Matt to Raw on my birthday,
Right.
when it was at the Rock here
was a lot
in
of fun.
Newark. It's a good time.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun. Oh, what is the main event this year? I don't even know what it is.
Well, there's always 2 or 3 main events, but what is Paul yelling about?
I think he's saying Brock, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's called getting to it, Paul. It's Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, and Roman
Okay.
Reigns won the right to go up for the championship by winning the Royal Rumble back in January.
Right.
There's also John Cena versus the Russian guy. Why am I spacing? It's just been a bad day. I guess spacing on his name there. What's his name, Paul? Rusev, thank you. Oh, by the way, Roland's a little bit hammered.
A little bit.
We'll get to that and to why he's a little bit hammered
Yes.
in a little bit, because that's another story.
That is another story.
That's fun, and it involves you, Lisa, unbeknownst to you.
Oh, goodness.
So there's that. And also Bray Wyatt with The Undertaker,
Right.
is a big deal. Pretty much it's a solid card all around. Sting and Triple H, also, another main event. Pretty much the whole event is a main event. It's not like, you're building up to
But
the whole
isn't that
thing
what
there.
WrestleMania is? Isn't everything at WrestleMania
It's
supposed
the
to be
grandest
kind of
stage
big?
of them all.
Except for maybe the Divas match,
No, this is supposed to be a big one.
Oh, yeah?
But did you hear what happened with WrestleMania 2? Because of scheduling and everything,
I did
they had
not.
like too much, and it's on the West Coast, so they got to start earlier.
Oh, nice.
There's some matches that are now pre-show.
Oh,
The
that's
big
weird.
battle royal that they have for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle
Right.
Royal is now going on before WrestleMania.
So if you get the pay-per-view, will you be able to see all that stuff?
No, but if you have the network, you should be able to see it.
okay,
And the
okay.
network's just $9.99,
That's right.
which is the deal to go and get. But some of the stuff is being pushed to the pre-card before the actual event itself because of they got to start out there at 3:00, 3:30.
That a union thing?
I don't know. You can pull it up. Now, everyone's making a big deal about it. I don't care because
I don't care
with
enough
all the
to pull it
pre-show
up.
coverage and everything, pretty much if you log into the WWE network at 1:00, it's already going.
Right.
And it's going to go till 11 p.m.
Wow. That's insane.
You can just sit there all day and hi, Roland. I see you. Roland's wearing his small Los Angeles Dodgers. As Sam said, he looks like Benny the Jet Rodriguez from Sandlot. Killing me, Smalls. Yeah, WrestleMania. I forgot where I was going with this, but WrestleMania should be a good deal. I'm taking it you're a big wrestling fan, Derek?
Oh, yes.
All right. Let's get a little personal here with you, Derek, if we could. I would like to give you something courtesy of WWE for WrestleMania 31. Live Sunday, pay-per-view, the WWE Network, etc.
This Sunday, Eric?
This Sunday.
But Walking Dead's on.
It's called a DVR.
Oh.
You can tape it and watch it after WrestleMania is done. What's wrong with you?
Last
I'm
WrestleMania
foregoing
I saw,
The Simpsons.
Last WrestleMania I saw was Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior.
That was 6, and that was up in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah, and I saw that.
That was years ago.
I know.
But you can also watch that on the WWE Network. What size are you, sir?
I'm an extra large, sir.
Of course, we all are. Let's see. I can give you... okay, I'm going to give you one of the WrestleMania... They came out with these really cool long-sleeve red and gray WrestleMania shirts for 31.
Nice.
I've never seen them do something like this before. It looks pretty cool. It comes with a hat and all that other stuff there.
Lovely.
So I'm going to put you on hold here, sir, and hook you up with that.
Okay, thanks a lot.
No problem, man. Austin and Long Island. What about Triple H?
What's going on, Eric? Yo, that Sting versus Triple H match is going to be so bad. That's what I'm looking forward to the most. That's going to be a shit show, brother.
Bad on whose part?
Triple H is going to do everything that he can to carry that shit, but you know Sting, man. He's almost 60 years old. I think the combined ages of both of them is like 110. And fucking Sting hasn't wrestled with his shirt off in like 15 years.
This is true.
It's going to be bad. It's going to look bad. I don't know. I don't know what they're going for, but it's not going to be what everybody expects.
Triple H is in amazing shape. Despite taking more of a corporate role and being, I guess, the Vince McMahon figure now on television, he's not wrestling at all or barely for special events. Yeah. But he's still in phenomenal shape. He still trains. He still does everything as if he was on the active roster there. And as this gentleman said, Sting came back. Big bulky trench coat and a lot of heavy flowing T-shirt on top of that. Yeah, he does look a little Sgt. Pepper-ish. But who knows? He may surprise you. He may have been working at NXT and doing developmental stuff and getting back into the swing of things. But we haven't really seen Sting wrestle in many, many years. So it could surprise us all and be like one of those, oh, wow, I didn't expect this. It could be, I'm going to go get a beer.
It'll be a quick match.
I think so. Probably like 10 minutes, maybe.
Do you think they'll squash Sting?
I think so.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see Triple H ever putting WCW over. I say that fucking Triple H wins in 5 minutes.
Sir, WCW's been gone since early 2001, was it? Yeah, 2001. It's not WCW anymore. They're just rubbing it in his face that he was the loyal guy to the other company, and look where it got him, unemployed for 14 years.
And silence.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What size are you, sir? I'm going to give you something.
I'm a large. I'm teetering on extra large, though. How do those shirts look?
Do you want Roman Reigns? You want a Dean Ambrose package?
I'll go with the Lunatic Fringe, Dean Ambrose.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold. And Austin on line 4 will get Dean Ambrose and stuff courtesy of WWE and WrestleMania 31. Let's see. Well, now people are just calling for stuff. This doesn't contribute to the show, but we'll go to Steve in Georgia. Steve.
Hey, Rock, how you doing today?
Good. How's things in Georgia?
Same old pine trees and pollen, man. That's it. I got a question, E-Rock.
Yes, sir.
I got twins. I just want 2 shirts, so they'll like me for another week.
How old are they?
They're 8.
Dude, none of this stuff's going to fit.
They're nightgowns for these.
Yeah. A WWE XL is pretty much a real world double to triple XL. They're going to be swimming in this.
I had to try.
All right, you know what? You have twin. Know what I'm going to do? I'll do this. The smallest I got here is the John Cena packages, which is the shirts and hats. The shirts are medium. They'll grow into it at some point, or they may grow to resent you because you got them John Cena stuff. Either way, I'll give you both of those so you can give to your kids, and maybe they'll like you just a little bit more.
Thank you, E-Rock.
Okay, so Steve's in Georgia. Nice. A lot of stuff's getting away here. Let's switch gears a little bit and go to Chris in Illinois. Chris.
Hey, E-Rock.
Hi, how are you?
Good. It's nice to hear something different on the radio than the same old crap.
Thank you.
My question My question was, what's your guys' thoughts on X-Files coming back?
X-Files. Where are we with X-Files?
I have mixed feelings about X-Files.
X-Files was announced as a 6-episode run?
6 episodes for Fox.
Okay.
I stopped watching X-Files like after season 4, I think. I just lost interest in the show. Like I somewhere along the lines, I felt like it lost its
when it got too much into the mythology of it.
Yeah, I kind of liked it when it was like a week-to-week procedural type deal. And then when it started, I think Fringe kind of suffered a similar fate when it got into that thing. So, I mean, I guess it's cool that it's coming back and everybody is coming back. I know Roland is very excited for it.
Oh, yeah, Roland
is
happy.
a huge X-Files fan.
I am Fox Mulder. Speak to me.
There you go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. All right. So I'm so on it.
But I don't think that. I mean, how old is Scully now? She's got to be close to 50, isn't she?
Yeah, but
me and Eric interviewed Gillian Anderson back in the day.
Back in the fall. Not back in the day, back in the fall.
Yeah,
That's not in the day. Back in the day could be like 10 years.
It was a day.
It was
no.
All right, October.
She came in, she was promoting, she wrote a sci-fi book,
right. And
then we were also talking to her about the fall.
Yeah, we were talking about the fall, in the fall, not back in the day.
Ah, clever.
But yeah, she is 1,000 times hotter than she was when she was on the show.
She time has done her well.
Extremely well.
Yes.
All right.
Now, whether if cigarette smoking guy is still going to be around at that point, that I don't know.
He died.
He probably did. And Skinner. And who was the guy that replaced when David Duchovny left for a little while? Butch Patrick? What was his name?
Was it
the Liquid Terminator guy.
Yeah.
From T2. I can't remember his name. Patrick something.
Yeah. Well, Butch Patrick was Eddie Munster.
Oh, yeah.
I just knew Patrick was in the name. I couldn't think of it.
So
I'm
X-Files
right
is
here.
coming back.
It's coming back.
That's the important
For
thing.
6 episodes, I don't think it'll be so bad because it's not like they're going to have to stretch a story arc over 13 or 22
hopefully it's a nice,
episodes.
concise story and it wraps everything up and that's it.
And is David Duchovny involved in any way?
He's back.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
Yes, David Duchovny's involved.
Well, then,
oh my goodness.
Then I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think the idea is to wrap up some of the loose ends that the show and the movies left.
Right.
So, they must have some sort of story that they're going to tell that kind of ties it all together and finishes it off, and they'll do it in 6 episodes. Everybody will be happy, and then
The
we'll go
fans
back
need
to sleep.
closure.
That's it. They need closure.
Yeah.
What if they have the closure and then at the end they bring in the new crew for the X-Files and there's a new crew taking
X-Files
over.
universe?
Yeah.
It'd be an all-female cast of X-Files?
Yeah.
Well, remember they tried the spin-off with the what were the 3 guys called? What was their group?
The Lone Gunmen.
The Lone Gunmen,
right.
yeah.
They
They had
tried
1 season or something, didn't they? Or a couple episodes?
It just
or something?
didn't pan out too well.
No, not so much.
Does this lead to another movie?
I think it depends on how successful it is.
Or does it lead to, if say the 6 episodes do really well, do you think it leads to another movie, or do you think it leads to another season?
If anything, a movie, I don't see Fox bringing it back as a full show. If anything, or maybe it'll be mini seasons, another 6-episode mini season next year or something like that.
Well, that'd be kind of cool if they kind of took on the British version of storytelling with just 6-episode seasons and just kind of tell them short, get to the point and get it over and done with. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, those filler episodes suck.
Yeah, always. They're the bane of American television, filler episodes.
So I guess we're looking forward to it. I'm curious about it.
Yeah, I'm curious. I actually might watch it just because.
We don't know anything as far as plot points or anything, right?
No, we do not.
Just the announcement is all we got.
Correct.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Let's go to...
Hey, Eric, I got a question for you.
Sure.
What did Anthony say about your show? We didn't get to before.
All right. We were talking to Dirk in the Netherlands. Yeah, he brought it up and then didn't let me explain. Ant earlier this week said some nice stuff about this particular program here. Of course, it can't go without a backhanded compliment, but he did say that it was, nerdy guys talking about nerdiest stuff, but we were very well informed and organized, and he enjoys our show.
Well, he didn't listen to this show as far as organization
No, this has
is
just
concerned.
this has been all over the place. But
throw that endorsement out the window.
That was nice of him to say that.
Well, thank you, Anthony. We appreciate the compliments.
Let's go to Alex in Nevada. Alex.
Hey, Eric, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I don't know how you guys feel about, throwback retro games, but have you guys heard about this new game coming out, that Mighty Number 9?
No.
No, I don't know this.
It's a Mega Man type game.
Oh, I'm on board already.
I love Mega Man.
Yeah, it looks really good. I saw some previews for it online.
What platform is it coming out for?
It's coming out on download, so for the PS4 and for Xbox.
Oh, nice. Okay.
4, yeah. But it looks really cool.
Mighty Number 9?
Mighty Number 9, and it looks just like Mega Man. I don't know if it's some of the same makers, but I know it's not Capcom making it.
Right, Matt's going to pull it up here so we can take a look at it. I'm always looking forward to new games and new franchises to fall in love with. Problem is that they don't. I guess it's because everybody likes to consume stuff really fast. It doesn't seem like they come fast enough because nowadays it's just all about games that people are playing on their phone and the iPad, and those are the ones you're seeing on TV for the most part. Which I did want to talk about some of these free gaming things like that Clash of Clans and what's the one with Kate Upton walking around in a medieval outfit.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's
Clash
called.
of Clans. Something Empire.
Game of War.
Game of War.
Game
maybe
of
that's
War,
it,
right?
yeah.
Game of War.
And then there's another one called Heroes Charge.
Yep.
But these games are obviously doing well, especially for the amount of television advertising that they're doing and banner ads all over the place. But it's all pretty much, I haven't played those games, but it's all pretty much like Candy Crush where you can play the game, but then you can purchase things to enhance the game, right?
It's all about making money when you get bored. That's how those games work.
How they get you.
So they get you. They want you to play for longer than 15 minutes, but they only give you enough resources to play for 15 minutes. So as soon as you want to play a little bit longer, you got to buy more energy, you got to buy more gold, more whatever.
It's like the Dragon Age and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they're all like these, not Candy Crush, but all these other games are like RTS, like real time strategy, like Age of Empires and like Civilization, like that kind of stuff. And so you want to like build the next set of troops or like upgrade your barracks or whatever it is. And yeah, they just start nickel and diming you for like all these little things, and that's where they make it.
Well, one of my buddies was telling me about it. He said there's like actual like competitions and like big events where people compete in these things for money, and like that sounds really weird to me.
That sounds crazy to me.
How do you compete in a competition for these things when if you run, not just that you run out of lives and game's over, but these are those games where you run out of lives and then you have to wait like 20 minutes before it refreshes like one life before you can play again, right?
Well, because I guess you could stockpile stuff for a tournament, and with a real-time strategy game, you build up your village, they build up their village, and then you go to war, and it's a 10-minute battle, and whoever wins takes the jackpot. I'm assuming
it's like dealing drugs because they get you hooked on the game, and then you need more, so then you're willing to spend money after that point.
Oh yeah,
I started playing that SimCity Build It because I was like, I really want to play SimCity. It's been ages, and like all of a sudden, like I had no power, my sewer lines were backing up, crime was rampant. I had no money to build a police station. People were leaving my town. I think Godzilla attacked. It was terrible. It was awful.
You built Detroit.
I did, and I didn't fund it. I let it go bankrupt.
Remember the old SimCity for Super Nintendo? Where if you did certain things where you could have a plane, like you would purposely crash the plane near the harbor or the nuclear power or the airport, and you would put the fires out right away, and then you just would put grass in there, so it would cut down your pollution and cut down the thing, but it's still functioning on like 2 squares, and there's a plane taking off. Like, how is that possible? And then you find the cheat codes for where all your money goes to 9.
Yeah,
and then you're just putting roads and power lines where they don't need to be.
And then you get bored and you build like in The Sims, I used to just build houses and then push all the furniture really close to the fireplace and remove all the doors until they caught on fire or died from carbon monoxide. That's kind of the fun.
One of the fun things to do when you had infinite money was when you'd get all the bonus stuff like amusement parks.
Right.
I would build a power plant and then just like 4 blocks of just nonstop amusement parks and a road. And surprisingly, they weren't happy with it.
No, well, they needed something other than fun. The Sim games got ridiculous after a while. Do you remember there was one called Sim Tower? Mm-hmm. You built like a big hotel with like bowling alleys on one floor and a movie theater on another floor. And there were like robbers that would break in. And like there was Sim everything at one point.
There was Sim Ant and Sim Farm.
There was Sim
and that's
Ant,
when
Sim
I
Farm.
Sim punched out because I was done.
Sim Railroad
And
Tycoon,
then
right?
after a while, they brought in the Sims.
Yes.
Which was just you're focusing on the people now, not building the infrastructure
Right.
for the city. So now you're in the house and they're bitching because they smell. So you got to give them a shower. They don't know how to cook, so the table goes on fire.
Oh yeah.
One of the things I used to do with that one, which was fun when you get really bored and have the infinite money code, you would just kill people in the house.
Yeah.
I'd put them all on the second floor and you'd put them in a room. and then you put a refrigerator in the room, and then you turn the refrigerator the other way against the door so they can't get out. So they want to eat and they can't get out, and they start freaking out, losing their mind, and they die. So then they turn into a little urn thing. Or was it an urn or a great headstone or something like that?
Headstone, yeah.
And then that would disappear for a little bit, and then your house was haunted. There would be ghosts. And then you'd open up the doors, have a party, bring the whole neighborhood is over there in your party, and then put the stairs back to the second floor. People walking around, and there's ghosts, and people are screaming and dying, and
we need help.
This sounds like where I'm renting right now, by the way.
Nice. Yeah, you could also build a pool and take the ladder out of the pool, and they would all drown.
That's fun.
That's what you used to do with like old, like the video games. You'd find the characters and just find the weirdest ways to kill them. Like Tomb Raider, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump off a cliff and land on her neck so she'd break." Like that's all you tried to do was kill the people.
I want to take your calls about your most creative way that you were killing people in The Sims and other video games that maybe we weren't even aware of. Is that the Mighty Nine?
It is.
Mighty number 9.
It
really looks
very
like Mega
much
Man.
like Mega Man, and it is. So it was a Kickstarter campaign. It looks like it was way overfunded rather. It made like almost $4 million.
Right.
It looks like a cool game. I like those side-scrolling games, and I like the Mega Man concept, and I like I like that franchise. So
this has nothing to do with who made Mega Man? Was it Capcom?
That was Capcom,
right? Yeah. This has nothing to do with Capcom, right?
No, this is Concept.
Okay.
It sounds like it's its own company developing a game.
Let me ask you this: is this falling into the same scenario where? Remember last year there was a big uproar over this game where it was one of those flying things from Mario and the pipes. Like you were flying it through the
Flappy
pipes.
Bird.
Flappy Bird,
yeah.
which got sued by Nintendo because it was all the graphics from the Mario game just repurposed into this game. Is this one of those scenarios where they're just ripping off Mega Man and Nintendo will sue?
Well, it's interesting because it says that it was developed by an all-star team of veteran Mega Man developers. So
the old guys who aren't making Mega Man anymore are making not Mega Man and hoping they can get away with it. I don't know. It looks kind of cool. It's like when John Fogerty got sued for making new music and they said you're ripping off CCR, which he wrote.
Vita, 3DS, PS4, and Xbox One. I'll play. I'll check it out.
Who am I kidding? I'm going to look at it too. I was a big Mega Man fan. When did you punch out of Mega Man? I think when it started getting into the X series, I was just like, this is just getting too complicated for no reason.
I liked it when it was just, Mega Man, Woodman, Airman.
Woodman was great.
Yeah, that was the good old days.
And they had great theme songs, too.
Yeah, man.
And
man.
Dr.
Robotnik, wasn't it?
No.
That was Sonic.
Was that Sonic?
I can't remember the doctor's name.
I'll have to
Dr. Wright was the one that created Mega Man.
I believe
and the
so.
other doctor who was the storyline goes, his old partner was now the evil
Someone
dude.
on the phones has to know who's the bad guy in Mega Man.
Let's go to James in Salt Lake
First
City.
one to know
James?
gets a copy of Breakfast Club.
There you go. There's an incentive. James, how you doing, man?
Good. How's it going, boys?
Doing good.
Well, you guys jumped into Mega Man, but I was going to kind of throw in my 2 cents about the Sin City game.
No, we can go back.
Because I remember being back in high school, and when you got done in your typing class, you could jump into Sim City and play Sim City until everybody else was done in class, and that was the way to go. But then Sim City 2000 came out, and that was the shit to play back then. So,
Sim City 2000 was the first of the Sims game, because I remember this too. I was excited when it came out because it was on a CD-ROM. Yeah. The other games, if they weren't the Nintendo version, they were PC versions or Mac versions, but they were on floppy disks, and there'd be like a stack of them you had to load before you could even execute it and play the game. This one was coming out on the CD-ROM, which was great, but that game it looked very slick for its time. But again, I think that was another instance where they made it too complicated for no reason. They put too much into it when people hadn't played that particular version of SimCity, building the infrastructure in the cities in so long that they put too much into it, and then everyone's just like, I'm trying to raise money to get the water and the sewage lines working. I can't repair these roads. I haven't even built an apartment building. I'm sitting there because taxes are too high.
And then you got to bring all the people in from the other cities to build your population up.
They got too complicated after a while. I liked it when it was just simple. I want to just build a red residential square, a blue commerce square, and a yellow industrial square, and just see what happens. Give me a coal factory, a nuclear power plant, and some sort of store. I'm happy.
Did you guys ever play any of the themed games like Theme Hospital, or did you guys ever move into that?
Oh, no. I think I played Roller Coaster Tycoon and Railroad Tycoon, and that was about it. Yeah.
There was an old PC game, and I don't know why I had it, but it was like early 90s. It was VGA graphics,
Nice.
which were the shit at the time. It was a surgery game. You were in a hospital and they would tell you what the problem is and you had to do surgery. But they don't tell you what the tool, like you have all the tools there, but they don't tell you what they do. So like, all right, I'm doing the incision. Oh, he's bleeding. I got to put the sponge there. Oh my God, he's hemorrhaging. What? Now I'm taking a clamp and I'm ripping his rib cage open and I'm not supposed to.
I think I had that for the Commodore 64.
I think I remember this game.
Right. It was impossible because I never knew how to, I kept killing everybody. And it wasn't intentional and it wasn't fun.
It was probably ported over from Japan and like the translation wasn't quite right. And that happened with a lot of those old games. Thanks, man.
All right, take care. I wish I knew the name of that game. Here's a little side topic for what we're doing here. He mentioned that when he was done with work on the computers at school, he would flip over and play SimCity on his computer, right? Brian and I went to the same schools growing up on East Islip on Long Island there. What games were installed on the computers in school that you would accidentally find? And like, I would find like I took a computer-aided design class, and when I was just either not knowing what I was doing or I'd copy somebody else's project and be done, they had those hacked versions of Wolfenstein.
I was going to say Wolfenstein.
With Beavis and Butthead and Barney, and or you could draw your own stuff on the walls, which was, surprise, surprise, kids in high school writing racist shit all over the place. But you would be playing these games, the Hex Editor or whatever it was, and you could design whatever you want. It was that and Monkey Island. The old Sierra.
I don't remember Monkey Island.
No, Monkey Island was Lucas. Yep,
LucasArts. It was one of their games in there. But though it was those hacked games and Monkey Island were always hidden on the computers in school.
Wolfenstein was big because Wolfenstein fit on a 3.5 floppy, and you could actually play it right off the disc.
Yeah,
you could bring it wherever you wanted and play it. That, and we played a lot of Worm.
I knew of it, I never played it.
Like Worm Armageddon, where you shoot like the missiles and try and blow up the other worms?
No, just the worm game where you just have to move the little dude around and not eat your own tail.
Earthworm
Jim.
Jim.
That one's good.
Oh, I remember Earthworm Jim. That was a cool game.
But that was
Capcom also, I think.
That was Genesis, right?
That was everything. It was all over the place. It was also a Saturday morning cartoon. There was a merchandising line for it. Everything.
Well, I remember the computer lab in our school. We had Oregon Trail.
Nice.
Right.
We had that.
Oregon Trail was a text game.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like, and they had
the graphics.
Well, they had the two different
graphics, but it was text as far as what you did in the game.
Your whole family gets dysentery. Everybody does.
Yeah.
But the thing was, like, at our computer lab, they had like different versions on every computer. So depending on which one you got on, would be a different hunting scenario. So I always would try and get on the computer where you had like the crosshairs and it was like a first-person shooter one. But every once in a while, you get on the shitty one where it's just like, the little guy walking around like like shooting animals, and it just kind of sucked.
I got the CGA version. It's in monochrome.
Yeah, it all was in monochrome.
We had Carmen Sandiego as well.
That was a good one.
We had Where in the Universe. Remember the upgraded version?
I did not play
go to
Where in the
different
Universe.
planets. Very exciting.
That's just bizarre. Scott in New Jersey knows the villain from Mega Man. Scott.
Yes, Eric, it is Dr. Wiley.
There you go, Dr.
Thank you.
Wiley.
Dr. Wright was the good doctor. Dr. Wiley was the bad doctor.
Yes, and going back to your guys' conversation about the video games, I actually had a version of Home Alone on floppy disk, and to even begin the game, they gave you coordinates on a huge grid, and to even begin to play it, you had to find out the X and Y coordinates and put them together.
And played Global Thermonuclear War.
Would you like to play a game?
Hi, Joshua.
Absolutely ridiculous. I also just got my very first Loot Crate this month. And
this month was the Covert.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm actually wearing my Covert watch right now.
The watch is pretty cool. It looks like it's just black rubber, and you don't see an actual watch at all, but you strap it on. If you tap the top of it, all of a sudden it becomes a red digital screen out of nowhere.
Oh, nice.
It's really weird. Cool. Yeah, but it's Loot Crate's definitely good. I think the promo code still works. We're going into the next month with Loot Crate, so hopefully they'll be back. But lootcrate.com/Opie.
Or were you going to give...
that's the other thing, too, is just like Giddles promised, you got the villain for Mega Man, so you win a copy of The Breakfast Club 30th Anniversary Edition on Blu-ray. Congratulations.
Very cool. Thanks, guys. Love the show. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I'll put you on hold there.
I just wanted to say, who also didn't try to get a copy of and play Leisure Suit Larry?
Oh, yeah.
I found the box set.
Nice.
I was digging through some stuff. I actually found it before Christmas and wanted to play it, but I didn't get a chance to. But it's all of them. It's the whole set.
It was so terrible. Could you get the hooker to go back to the hotel room with you and do something saucy?
And it never worked out.
It never worked out.
Yeah, I had the casino pack. It was like the Leisure Suit Larry casino where you like sit at the table and the cards are just covering everyone's boobs and stuff like that. It's so cheesy.
Did you ever play the I think it was sixth version where he went to the spa, the resort?
No.
And in one scene, you're like, you're supposed to meet up with a chick, and you have to have the cut scenes, right? So you achieve everything you need to do, and now he's going to hook up with this chick, and then she winds up strapping him down and giving him an enema.
Oh.
And then he's walking around bow-legged for the rest of the game. It's really weird. Al Lowe is a genius.
That went downhill fast.
I would like to
expect that.
I would like to get Al Lowe, and I think they're doing a Kickstarter too to try to bring Leisure Suit Larry back, which I would definitely pay for.
That's awesome.
We'll look that up again. We got to take a break.
Yeah, we do.
And do a couple other things, but let's finish up with Mega Man here. Rob in Long Island, hi.
Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to go over the Mega Man stuff again. The guy who's behind Mighty Number 9 is actually, I'm going to butcher the name, but Kaiji Inafune. He was the original guy behind Mega Man design in the first place, so it's really Mega Man-ish.
Yeah, but it does look like copyright infringement on his own work. Like, he may not even own, he created it, but he may not even own it. Like, Capcom may own the rights to it. So if he's putting out something that looks similar to his previous projects, I think he could get sued for this.
I don't know. It looks different enough to me where I think he'll skate.
I think
it's reminiscent of that style.
You gave him big, wide eyes.
Yeah, but they all had big, wide eyes.
Yeah, no, not in this version here.
There's a lot of references, too. Like, there was always the play on words. Like, there was Rock and Roll, where the names of the characters from Mega Man. This game, the characters are named like Beck and Call. They're doing more funny stuff like that. So
that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if Capcom was going to do something, they would have done something already.
Rob, I want to give you something since I'm feeling generous.
Cool.
We have a lot of stuff here. Are you a wrestling fan at all?
Pretty badass.
What was that?
Are you a wrestling fan at all?
Absolutely.
Let's see. What size are you, sir? Because I'll give you something from WWE and WrestleMania 31.
Oh, awesome. Extra large.
Extra large, yes. We've got a lot of those. I guess they know our audience. I'm going to hook you up with one of the red long sleeve stuff from WrestleMania and WWE. All right, I'll put you on hold. And let's go to Ty in Washington. Ty?
Hey, guys. I was wondering if you had heard anything about the Mega Man MMO that was supposed to come out a couple of years ago.
No.
It might have something to do with why this new knockoff is coming out, because they announced it. It looked really freaking cool. It had a claymation ad for it, and then all of a sudden they just canceled it without a word as to why. So
Interesting.
it might have something to do with that. I don't know.
Is Capcom still making games?
Yes.
They are. They're still active.
Monster Hunter 4 like a couple weeks ago, and Street Fighter 5 is coming out next year.
It looks pretty good from what Matt's pulling up here for the MMO.
Yeah, it looked like it was cool, but it looks like it was just canceled and killed by Capcom.
And no word as to why. And then shortly after that, they made this Kickstarter. So I'm wondering what's going on over there.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Ty, you a wrestling fan? Can I hook you up with something?
Oh, God, I had to turn off Sam's show earlier. I hate wrestling.
That would be a no. Okay. But what I can do is I'll give you a copy of Interstellar on Blu-ray and DVD and HD. Ooh, ultraviolet. There you go.
Nice.
Cool.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Oh, rainbows. All right, I'll put you on hold and we'll give you that. We do have to take a break here, and then also a little later in the program, Bridget Mendler with her new show, Undateable, on NBC. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back here on It's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel. Eric and Matt are back.
In a Simpsons reference on the show, we will take it. It is Eric Nagel, 866-969-1969. And if you could tell by that song, it's, Lisa's birthday was just recently.
Happy
we weren't here
birthday.
to celebrate it. So what we have over there for you is a nice cake, if you want to open that up.
Okay.
Courtesy of our friends at Butter and Scotch.
Oh, my
Butters.
goodness.
Which we, does it look good?
This looks amazing.
You should tweet out a photo of that. At Lisa Carrero, Corrao.
Oh,
right?
Corrao.
All right, got it. And she'll tweet that out. Butter and Scotch is they're friends of Roland's, who we've had their stuff on the Opie and Jim show, Opie and Anthony show, many times. Where Roland, get on that mic there. They infuse alcohol into their baking goods.
Yeah, it's like a boozy dessert, and also they have a full bar there too.
Yeah, Roland went down to pick up the cake and then came back half in the bag with a cake.
Well,
Wow.
She wanted me to try the new, delicious, magnificent cocktails I have at Butter and Scotch. I will run there tonight. They're all phenomenal.
What?
They had 10 new boozy cocktails.
Boozy cocktails.
Oh, it's phenomenal. I drink a few to taste.
Yeah.
As a friend.
That icing.
What's in this cake here?
I don't know. She made it special.
It looks
she woke up
awesome.
early to make
Oh
it
my
especially for you guys.
That's great.
I'm so excited.
Well, thank them so much.
you.
Buttersandscotch.com, the
man,
bar
that's
and
really
bakery
good.
of your dreams, located at 818 Franklin Avenue in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, and their hours and stuff are on the website
literally,
there.
you get off the Franklin, the subway stop is like a block and a half away.
They make a Cherry's Jubilee pie that is
phenomenal.
so amazing.
I want all of it.
Yes. They did you see the birthday cake there?
I did. It's lovely.
Well, don't just sit there. Lewis, grab
Don't
some
just
knives
sit there.
and
Eat it.
Nice.
Oh, this is exciting.
I got a whole thing of forks here.
Nice.
Wow, thanks, guys.
Use
Eating
the
on the
forks, Luke.
Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Chester in West Virginia. Chester.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Actually, it's Andrew.
Oh, it says Chester in West Virginia. I apologize.
My bad.
Are you even in West Virginia?
No, I'm actually in North Carolina.
Okay, Andrew in North Carolina.
Wow.
That's my bad again.
It's all right. Basically, you guys are talking about a little Kickstarter. I heard of a Kickstarter project to put Star Trek back on television in that Paramount game.
Star Trek, not track.
Oh, excuse me, Star Trek. Excuse me. That's the North Carolina.
I don't care, but people do get particular with that.
Right, I know they're trekking through space. I got you. But what happened was, I heard that Paramount is allowing a group of people to kind of, put it on Kickstarter, trying to get it, the production started to bring it back to television. Is that true, or is that just a rumor?
That can't be true because Paramount owns the rights to Star Trek, and they have too much of a hold on all their properties. You couldn't do a fan version or a Kickstart version of anything with Star Trek without going through them first. And it makes too much money when they do decide to make projects that there's no way that Paramount would allow this.
Well, see, that's where it's kind of, I wanted to call in because I went to one of these Star Trek conventions. It was actually Dragon Con in
in Georgia. Yep.
Yeah, in Georgia. And I talked to, I forgot the actor's name. He was a really nice guy. He's a black guy who played Tuvok on Star Trek Voyager. And he was talking about, he was in negotiations with Paramount, and if he could show good faith that there was interest in getting Star Trek back on television. So he said him and the guy who played Chekhov from the original series were in negotiations.
Walter Koenig, yeah.
Yeah, they were in negotiations, like if they could show that it would be viable.
All right, hold on. Let's stop it right there. One, the guy who played Tupac or whatever his name was in Voyager is not getting a return deal because if they are talking to Walter Koenig, they'd want as many of the original players or Next Generation. Those are the two that make all the money.
Right. I completely agree. I mean, I only watched Next Generation and Voyager for a minute, but I did love TNG. But, I just want to know the truth of it because, when I talked to him, it sounded like sour grapes from an actor who was just like...
It is, and I'll tell you, it is. There's no Kickstarter. They're not... If Paramount's in the works to bring it back, then they know about it. They haven't released any information. Also, having gone to a lot of conventions, and I know Matt could back this up, LeVar Burton goes to a lot of these things. Very nice guy, but he's always saying that there's a new project in the works and that he's talking with people. They all do it, except the original cast members who say, I'm done with this and I don't want to do another thing. Everybody else is doing other projects, or the lesser known Star Trek people are constantly saying that stuff is in the works.
So basically, I heard just the musings of an actor who's basically done all the work he's going to do.
No, I think he's probably from the school of, if I think about it and wish for it hard enough, it might happen, but I don't see that happening.
So this dude played a Vulcan, but he's really into the secret. Okay.
We know nothing about that.
Yeah, no. And with the success of the film right now, unless they're going to do some sort of weird combined universe, you're not going to see a new TV show anytime soon. I highly doubt it. There have been a lot of fan projects that have come and gone on Kickstarter
Right.
and YouTube
Because they don't
in
own the
general.
rights to it.
Right, but you're never. I don't think you're going to see something anytime soon.
No. Just, well, I forgot his name. Andrew. Sorry about that. Thank you for your call. Jack in Texas wants to correct us on something with Mega Man. Jack.
Yeah, hey, Eric.
Hey.
It's not Dr. Wright, it's Dr. Light. That was the one that made Mega Man.
He's right. It is Dr. Light.
It is Light. I thought they were both W's. That's what. All right. Nope. I apologize, and thanks for showing me up on a national platform. I do appreciate it. But I'll hook you up with some. Are you a wrestling fan?
No, just not really, but
All right.
but thanks anyway.
Okay, well.
Thought I'd help you out there, all right?
Well, you did, and I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much. I can't give him anything.
You could. He just won't like it.
Giddles, this might be an interesting call.
Uh-oh.
Let's do it.
Tim in Long Island. Tim?
Hey, Eric. First of all, I wanted to thank you for having what may be the best show on the channel.
Not today, sir.
No, you're doing
maybe in the past and maybe in the future, but for right now, it is shite.
No, I know shite. I've listened to Sam's show.
No, that's not true. He did a great show today.
And secondly, happy birthday, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
And Eric, did you say earlier you went to school in East Islip?
I did.
I also went there. Did you know Doug, the teacher, Doug Hodges?
Yeah, Mr.
Yes,
Hodges.
Mr.
He ran
Hodges.
like the AV club.
Yes.
In the junior high building.
How thrilled is he to know that somebody he knew actually made it good in the arts?
Let me level with you, Tim. That gentleman is miserable because he wanted to be something in the industry and wound up teaching TV AV for high school students, but not even in the high school. They had to cross the street to the junior high.
It was so embarrassing to be in those classes.
It was. And for some reason, he had an obsession with whatever TV project you were doing. The opening and closing slates always had the same song of Say Goodbye to Hollywood by Billy Joel. Yeah. And it made no sense. But he loved that song for some reason, and he wore slacks and loafers with no socks.
Yes, he was an old hippie.
It was a weird class.
Well, this is riveting.
Yes, it is. Going super local for North America there. I don't know. I graduated in 96. When did you graduate?
I graduated in 99.
Well before that.
Okay, so you're much older than we are.
He was almost hip when I was in school.
He was never hip.
He almost broke his hip when we were in school.
Well, shout out to Mr. Hodges wherever he may be. And Tim, thank you for calling there. Oh, God damn it. I can't listen to this song.
Nice.
It's like we just did a skit. You know, it was a restaurant skit. It was a poorly written skit because he had the same scripts that every class used every year. And then all of a sudden, all the skit's done. Roll credits. This song's playing, and you're seeing everybody that's been in the class, and then people from the previous semester who current students were too lazy to fix the chyron, and you got their name flying up.
It's because it's the only song he could think of that said "Say Goodbye" is really what it comes down to.
I mean, it is good, like, credits rolling music.
The amount, all right, the amount of stuff that I stole from that closet, I am so not feeling bad about it anymore. I stole lapel mics, lapel mics, rechargeable battery
You still have
packs.
all that stuff too, right?
No, I think that they've aged poorly. But remember I used to have the TV stuff in my basement?
I remember everything you stole from everywhere. Eric would steal things from every place.
He was a klepto? Is that what you're saying?
Every place we went, Eric would be like, yo, I got salt. I'm like, what do we need salt for?
That is not true.
Are you talking packets or shakers?
Like, he would just take the shaker, something he'd just put it in his hand, be like, look what I got. I'm like, Eric, stop that.
That is
That's
a
an
falsehood, my
exaggeration.
friend.
He did tape everything on television, though.
I did. But we talked about that.
We talked about that a while ago.
You found old state videos?
Yeah, I have them
cassettes or something like that?
I'll bring them in next time. I'll bring them in.
We don't need them. I bought the DVD
No, we can give them
set.
away as gifts.
All right. We could go to calls. Is there anything you want to touch on today here, Matt? There's just so much.
There was a lot. I mean, you wanted to talk about we wanted to talk about Maggie a little bit.
Maggie.
But I don't know if you wanted to talk about that.
Yesterday on Opie and Jimmy, they had Micah Monroe was on the show. Very attractive, very sweet girl. Star of the new horror movie that's out called It Follows.
It Follows, yep.
And it's made by...
I've heard that's great. I haven't seen it yet.
It's made by the people who made Cabin in the Woods, which is an awesome movie.
Cabin in the Woods is great.
I got a chance to watch the movie, and we can't talk about it now because it opens today, right?
I don't know.
It did open today. That's
okay,
correct.
so it's out today. So we got to wait a little bit before we can really get into this.
It premiered at South by Southwest, so some people may have seen it. But.
Right, but for the rest of the country, it's this is the weekend to go out, and I'm encouraging you all to see it because, all right, look, I'm giving you till next week. I know it's short notice, but next Friday, I got to talk to you about this movie.
All right.
Because I watched the ending, okay? This is not a spoiler thing here. I don't know what the fuck happened. I watched it 3 times, and I don't know why it ended that way.
All right, well, now I have to watch it because those are my favorite kinds of movies.
Right. It doesn't really, at least from my own perception, I don't think it explained anything.
What genre of horror is it? Is it like a monster? Is it like a possession thing? Like, what is it?
I don't really like a possession thing.
Because I heard It Follows. I'm like, is it a sequel to Stephen King's It? Where he just follows people home? Like, I don't know.
The clown's back.
Yeah.
No, it's this supernatural presence that you can only see if you had sex with somebody who was infected with whatever this is.
Okay.
So if you had sex with this with a person that had this curse, we'll say, right? Then this thing will follow you because you're the most recent person to get this.
Okay.
It now leaves the other people alone and follows you. But and this is not spoiling anything because this is in the trailer and in the bio for the movie, if it kills you, it goes back down the list to everybody who's been affected. So everyone's passing the buck as far as you're sleeping with as many people as you can to get it away from you.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. A really sexy pyramid scheme. And
the STD you don't get to keep.
So they don't... I want to talk about this movie so bad because I'm really confused.
Oh, he's turning redder.
I'm like the Red
Rock
Hulk.
smash.
I don't know. Fuck. I don't want to give away. I got to
How
save
can I see this? Is it like, am I have to go to theaters, Eric? Or are you going to send me a link that I can watch?
No, I'm not going to send you a link, but I would invite you over to watch it, but I think it expired.
Oh.
So we can't do that. But, which Campos is laughing at Kittles. Yeah, maybe we'll go see it or something like that, but please see it if you can.
I'll watch it.
And then contact me as soon as you do, because I want to talk about the ending, and I think I'm going insane because I don't know what happened.
I will even try myself to find it.
We don't usually give homework on this show, but I encourage everybody to go see It Follows, and please let's have a discussion about this movie next week, about this ending, before I put my head through the wall.
I'm very excited to watch this now, because I've heard lots of good things from people, but no one's told me anything about it, so all I keep hearing is, watch It Follows, watch It Follows, but
There's
I have
a couple
no
of
idea.
scenes that you're like, holy fuck, that is scary, because you don't expect some stuff, but there's also some stuff where it's like you're waiting a long time for something to happen, so it's balancing out. To compare it to something that might entice you to see it, it's a little bit Species, it's a little bit Slender Man, and it's a little bit
it sounds like, what was that movie with Denzel Washington where he touches you and then you sing that creepy song? And it was like a horror kind of suspense movie. You got the whole world in your hands. What was that movie?
I don't remember
sort
that
of like
one.
A horror. I think it was Denzel Washington. Maybe I'm making it up. Maybe I had some sort of really lucid dream.
That sounds like an awesome dream.
Oh man, we got to take a break again. John in Mexico, real quick. How are you? New Mexico, sorry.
Oh, I'm doing good, E-Rock. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, I love the show, man. You guys proved everybody wrong, and I know in the beginning you seemed like you didn't really want to do the show. But
No, that's where you're wrong, because I really want to do the show, but everything was going against me to do the show at the start of this, and it was really frustrating.
shit just wasn't working out time-wise, huh? But, man, you're knocking it out of the park, man, doing a great job.
Well, ass kissing will get you everywhere, sir, and I see what you want. You want the other copy of Evolve on the PC?
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it, my friend. I'll put you on hold there. Paul, we got to take a break, right? All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to Bridget Mendler, and then we'll wrap everything up here for another edition of It's Eric Nagel. Be right back.
It's Eric Nagel.
The Wizards of Waverly Place being one of them. But you're doing your own thing now. You're stepping out from that and joining NBC and doing Undateable.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because you're joining for season 2.
Yeah, I know, mixing things up.
How did you get into that?
Very randomly. I had a meeting with Bill Lawrence, the creator, and his co-creator, Jeff Ingold. And we just had a great meeting. Like, I didn't know what he was up to. I had no idea. I was just, hanging out with him, talking, bantering, saying whatever. And then he's, showing me videos of his daughter singing. And I think he was a little bit embarrassed by that. And then at the end of the meeting, I'm like, oh, what TV shows should I watch, Bill? And then he's like, hey, check out the first season of Undateable. I think you'll like it. And so then I go back and I start watching Undateable, and I'm enjoying it. I'm laughing the entire time. And then I got a call a few weeks later, and they're like, we want you on the show. And it was just super random.
Did you have to audition?
No.
Or they would just come down, you're
in? And I'm telling you, this is the ideal scenario for me because I'm terrible with auditions. I panic. I get so freaked out. So
well, you've done. You obviously handle it really well. You've had a lot of big name projects that you've been a part of.
All flukes.
All flukes. You just walk in, they go, send everybody home.
Yeah.
This girl has got it.
Yeah.
That's a good streak to be on.
So yeah, that's how I got the show.
Were you familiar with Bill's other works? Were you a big Scrubs fan?
Don't put me in a corner here. I haven't watched it.
All right.
Yeah, but to be honest, I'm going to blame my parents on this one. I didn't have TV until I was 13 or 14. So I missed out on a lot of...
Because you were working a lot?
No, because they just didn't have cable in the house. We didn't have any channels.
Wait a minute. Hang on. I'm estimating you were born somewhere early 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
92.
You don't have that... Cable wasn't in your neighborhood back in the late 70s and 80s. I think by the early 90s, everyone had cable.
Had it, except for me, yeah.
Where were you that didn't have cable?
No, it's not that. It was a choice my parents made.
Oh, okay.
I thought that they were just not getting around to it, because that sounds like something they would do.
I was going to say, you have a really lazy cable system.
No, 9/11 happened, and my dad heard it on the radio. Yeah, it was so crazy.
You didn't even have an antenna television? Or
No, we didn't have any.
And that's by choice.
That was by choice. And I talked about it with my mom recently, and she was like, yeah, we just didn't think that you guys should have TV. We thought you should spend your time doing other things. So, of course, I become an actress.
But that obviously benefited you. But that's so interesting to hear when parents do that, because you don't hear that all the time.
Yeah.
Bette Midler does that with her kids.
Oh, really?
They weren't allowed to listen to the radio and I think television and stuff. They listened to show tunes.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and that's because that's how she grew up. She didn't have TV, and she was into show tunes and books and those things.
Yeah.
And she does the same thing with her kids. So it's interesting to hear another family doing that and doing it by choice. It wasn't that you didn't have cable; they just said we don't think you need it.
Yeah, and we'd watch movies. I've probably seen Shrek a billion times. My dad loved that movie.
Were they strict on your movie viewing too?
Maybe,
could you watch Ferris Bueller or 16 Candles or something?
I watched Austin Powers when I was 10, so probably not.
So they didn't care too much about the risque
weird
content.
rules.
Okay, can't watch TV, but watch, all right.
Yeah.
Bunch of dick jokes there.
Yeah.
So you grew up this way, and obviously you've turned out really well.
Oh, thanks.
Was it hard having that kind of childhood where you would go to school and hear kids talk about things that they were seeing on TV or special events, and you're kind of like, I have no clue what you're talking about, or I didn't get the chance to see it?
Yeah.
At that time growing up, so let's say about 10, so around 2000 there, Friends was big at the time.
Yeah.
All these big television shows, and you didn't get a chance to see any of this stuff.
I've only seen a handful of episodes of Friends. Need to catch up on that. It's on Netflix now.
Right.
Ooh.
And Nick at Night.
There you go. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff I missed out on. The first TV show that I followed was That's So Raven.
But you never saw her on Cosby Show.
No. I would go over to my friend's house to watch the Amanda Bynes show.
Thank you, please, and all that.
Yeah.
Were your friends amazed, or even now when they talk about something, you go, I never saw it. Like with Bill Lawrence, you never saw Scrubs, but you had TV at that time, so that doesn't count. But some of these other shows that they were growing up with, you never saw Seinfeld, or you never saw some of these other big things, and are they fascinated by oh my God, you have to watch it? Do you have binge days?
My friends love Seinfeld, and so I'm always in the dark on their jokes. I'll probably just need to binge watch a lot of that. I don't know. I'm not very good at keeping up with TV,
right?
To be honest,
because you have a life.
Yeah, but also maybe it's just that's not a part of my rhythm because I didn't really grow up with it.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get into more shows, and I would like to catch up on great shows. Bill actually told me I need to watch Cheers, and I watched the pilot episode of it, and I was like, wow, this was really good right from the beginning.
Well, the thing with Cheers, and he's dead right, you got to watch Cheers, but you got to keep in mind that there's some changeovers with writers and casting. The first couple of years, just like Seinfeld, Cheers wasn't doing very well. It was rated pretty poorly, and then all of a sudden, the rest of America
caught on,
and then boom, it was #1 for the rest of its run, winning countless Emmys and all that. So you got to give it a little chance, a couple seasons to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And then when, spoiler, Diane leaves the show and Rebecca comes in, and then it goes into a different direction. But it's definitely worth your time and an investment. I think it's 11 seasons. So if you've got a sick weekend or a sick week, you can plow right through that on a binge.
Yeah, that would probably take up a full week of my time to watch that and do nothing else.
But let's go back a little bit since you're not watching TV, but you're doing TV.
Hey.
You're on Undateable on NBC, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. We're going into season 2 here.
Yeah.
You play Candace, and you're a waitress in this. How does your character get introduced? Like, what's the tie? Are you just somebody that they run into, or do you know something or somebody that's already involved with the current season?
They just kind of start the first episode and I'm there.
That's not bad.
I'm the new waitress. So yeah, it's just kind of picking up from when I've recently arrived at the bar, and I'm kind of spastic and trying to learn everybody's name and saying the wrong thing constantly. But I kind of have this endearing quality of complimenting myself. Now I have this, the thing that they wind up accepting me for is just that I mean well,
right?
You know, like I'm trying to do the right thing, and I just keep messing up. And Candace doesn't have really any family or ties to the world, and so having this weird group of friends is really meaningful for her.
Do they treat you more as a sister, or you become like a love interest?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Okay. Chris D'Elia is on the show. Stand-up comic. Have you gone to see any of his shows? You have.
And I mean, I had never seen a stand-up show. Well, I had never seen a stand-up show before Chris. And so I went to see his show at the Wheel Turn. That was the first thing I did. And it was great. And I was really impressed he could just go up there and do that for, I don't know how long it was, like an hour and a half, and just entertain people constantly. Like that would be my worst nightmare, you know? So I was really impressed by that. And then another night I went out to the Comedy Store and I saw him and Brent Morin and Rick Glassman do shows. And they were all so good and so funny, and they're so distinctive. Like each one of them has really their own style. So I love it. And I mean, they're crazy in interviews. Like I was just recently paired with them when we were doing interviews in South by Southwest, and oh my God.
Is it hard to get a word in?
Yeah, but also like, I don't know. I can't be like them. Like I'm not a stand-up comedian. I can't have their rapport.
Right.
So I kind of become the straight guy, which is fine. Like I'm happy to stay on topic and answer questions about the show, because they wind up just like talking about the most random things. I think we wound up talking about like vampires in one of the interviews for whatever reason. Who knows? I don't know how we got there. And it's like, cool, watch Undateable, because we just talked about vampires for the entire time.
The show's Undateable on NBC, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m., season 2. Bridget plays Candace on the show. I want to talk to you about, you're one of the few young Hollywood people I know that is very into charity. You do a lot of charitable work. I had Bella Thorne on not too long ago, who another Disney person, and she's very involved in charity as well. It's nice to see that even though millennials and young Hollywood kind of get a bad rap, but you guys are actually taking the time and your money and your efforts and doing something good with it. One of the things I saw that you did was you did the Disney's Friend for Change. You still involved with that?
I don't know how Friends for Change is working now. I know we did the Friends for Change games, which were fun, and it was nice to use some of the international Disney Channel cast members as well. But they kind of changed their strategy about it in the following years, so I don't know what they've continued to do with it. I mean, they're sending a good message,
right?
You know, and I really appreciate that they're doing that.
You also did a couple of years ago, you went to the United Kingdom and were doing stuff for Comic Relief. Now, was that part of the Red Nose Day, or was that the Save the Children?
Red Nose Day.
Yeah, okay, Red Nose Day. Isn't that weird that that whole thing comes about? I mean, it's very unique, and it's awesome that they do that. They're now bringing it through NBC to the United States after all these years.
Yeah, I mean, another good cause. And I think it's nice that it kind of forces all of the actors and musicians to take themselves less seriously.
Now, being part of an NBC project, and NBC's now bringing this to the United States, have they said anything to you of asking if you'd want to participate again in this kind of charity event?
We did the Red Noses again. Yeah, it's coming.
And you also do something too with Target.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember.
That was really
Is it called
cool.
Give with Target? Is that the campaign? I'm forgetting the name.
Was. Honestly, it was a few years ago. I don't remember the name, but it was awesome because I went to, I think, 10 different schools across the country, and I got to personally present the kids and staff there with their donation from Target. And it was really fun, and you kind of just got to see all of these different school environments across the country, and they were always so excited, and it was cool to like get the kids engaged in some sort of activity while we were there as well. And for me, something that I really care about is children's education, especially in our country. I was really glad to be a part of that.
With all these different ventures that you're doing, was this something that you thought to be a part of, or is your family very into charities and stuff like that? How'd you get involved with all these different projects?
In terms of my family, my parents always just said, whatever you do, make sure that you do something positive for the world with your life.
Right.
And so I think that's something both of my parents care about. My mom is an architect for green design. My dad makes car engines with higher fuel efficiency. So they're all about, save the world. But it was also something where I feel like because you have a platform in this industry, like it felt crazy to me to not do something with that. Like I felt more uncomfortable not using that. So a lot of the charities did come to me and offer me to be involved with them. I feel especially connected to Save the Children because I reached out to them and I searched for a while to find a company or an organization that would that I could support and kind of put myself behind. And so for them, they're into children's education in our country and also numerous other things globally. And so for my first tour, I wanted to have a charity to support, and I chose them. And so it was cool because whenever we traveled, we could kind of share that and have an opportunity for the audience members to learn more about it.
When you went over to the UK and saw the event that they do, it's amazing the amount of not just the attention that it gets and the star power that comes along with it, but just the way it's presented and the way that the British people are involved with it. Because it's not just like a charity thing, it's a big, big deal. It's almost like a holiday.
Oh, really?
If you will, yeah.
I haven't seen this thing. Is it Save the Children?
It's with Save the Children. They do these big fundraisers on television, kind of like what Comic Relief used to do here in the United States for homelessness.
Yeah.
And they would get some of their biggest programming and movies and whatever that was coming out of the UK, and they would do special features that would only air during their telethon.
Oh, cool.
And Doctor Who being one of them was a huge worldwide show.
Yeah.
They would shoot different little like 5-minute bits or sequences between stories that wasn't part of the original TV show, and they would just shoot it just for Save the Children. They would air it, and then people would be donating like crazy in order to see it aired. So it's a good thing to be a part of.
Yeah, that's
Good
great.
thing to have your name attached to. Also, a good thing is Undateable on
That's
NBC.
right. That's what we
Tuesday
remember.
nights, 9 p.m. I'm running out of time with you here. You also did a video game, which was based off a comic book, Bone the Great Cow Race.
You know the most obscure details about my life.
I always find it fascinating when people get a chance who are actors or celebrities of any kind that get the opportunity to do voiceover work for cartoons, but also when you get to do it for a video game.
Yeah.
Did they give you a free copy of the game after you did it, or did you have to go out and get it yourself?
I was like 12
Yeah.
when I did that. In the Bay Area where I grew up, like outside of San Francisco, the opportunities for work were mainly like voiceover and commercial stuff. So that was a lot of what I did. First job ever, which I looked up on YouTube recently with my friends because they had never seen it. We all cried with laughter. I played young Buddha in the movie The Legend of Buddha. So when Buddha is a child and a baby, you hear the voice, and that's me. So I have a couple of random little things that I did like that. And the Bone Cow Race, I remember doing it, but I don't remember if I got a copy of the game. I'm sure they probably did offer me the game. I'm just not really a video game gal.
You should not say that because then you can get into more video games. There's good money in there.
I know. Yeah, I love video games.
There you go. We'll fix that in the edit.
I love The Sims.
You a big Sims fan?
I used to play that all the time.
So
when I was
addicting,
younger.
right?
It's so addicting.
I
became so attached.
That you start to lose all trace of life outside of your house.
It's true. Then you think that your life is their life.
Well, you're better off not watching a lot of TV, and you're better off not playing a lot of video games because your career is going very well, as seen on Untouchable on NBC, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m.
Undateable, but I like Untouchable.
Oh my God, I said the wrong thing.
That sounds fun too.
Let's say that again. Undateable, I do apologize. Follow you on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. It's Bridget Mendler, Bridgit, a different spelling. So you can find it, and Mendler, Mendler. Undateable on NBC, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Start of season 2. You play Candace. Check it out. The show just got better with the addition of you.
Thank
you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you in your next project.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's why me and you, we're undateable for life. Undateable. We're undateable for life. Undateable. We're undateable for life.
Thank you, Bridget, for coming on the show here. We only got a few more minutes, and then we have to get out of here and start our weekend.
That's right.
Real quick, we were going to talk about it, but I went into It Follows because that movie was just puzzling. Maggie.
Yes.
Real quick. That's the new movie project. It's a zombie thing with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but it's weird. So it's not like regular, like you get bit and become a zombie right away.
Right.
It's like a slow progression from the point that you contract the disease to becoming a zombie. And the premise of the story, it looks like it's about his daughter becomes infected and she's in quarantine and he takes her out of quarantine while they're trying to find a cure. He's trying to find a cure and he's trying to protect her. And it's kind of like her slow transformation into becoming a zombie. I suspect it ends with him killing her, but it looks like just a different take on zombies. It looks really interesting.
As soon as I heard the premise for it, because I heard about it a couple months ago, I was really intrigued because it's pretty low budget. I think it only had like $1 million budget for Arnold, and he was like, it's a passion project or something like that because he really liked the story, and that kind of makes me want to see what this is like. I don't know, it sounds interesting.
Doesn't it seem a little like the storyline for the governor in Walking Dead?
Except that she's already full on zombie. This is
she's sick and
this is for the whole movie. It's what it is. It's being a zombie in the movie is much more like having a terminal illness. You know what I mean? Like she has cancer. Just take out zombie and make it cancer. And this is kind of him protecting her and caring for her till she gets to that point. So it looks interesting. It looks just a little bit different. I don't know.
When does this come out?
Later this year, I think. The first trailer just hit today. So
John Goodman's in this movie?
No.
What am I reading there on the screen?
That was Fallen was the Denzel Washington movie that I was talking
the one where he
about
makes
before.
people hear songs before he kills them or something. Let's see, Maggie.
2015 it says, but
who's the director?
Henry Hobson.
Oh, he's done some great things.
I don't see a release date for it, but it's soon. It's this year. So
okay. So we'll have time to talk about this as
May 22nd, 2015
in Sweden.
There you go.
As the trailer should be out soon if it's not out already.
It's out.
It is out. Okay.
I think today or yesterday.
Okay. Maybe we'll touch on this next week there, too, because that looks interesting. Got to get out of here. Plugs, go around the room. Giddles?
I got a mac and cheese takedown on April 12th.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody wants to come out and eat some mac and cheese. And other than that, I got nothing else to plug.
Giddlebase on Twitter and Instagram. Lisa?
Follow me on Twitter because I post my shows on there. Lisa Correo, Corrao.
Do you have any comedy dates?
I have a show tomorrow at QED in Astoria at 9 o'clock. It's going to be amazing. And if you want to see me in the city, I'm doing a show called Trainwreck on Wednesday.
Okay.
Sweet.
Matt?
You can find me on the Instagram and Twitter, Geek Stuff OG. And of course, check out bkgeekstuff.com. That's the podcast I'm part of every week for more geeky chatter.
There you go. And for me, theconsumer.net is now up and running. There's no website. It just links to the new Instagram for the consumer, which is the consumer on Instagram. All the stuff has been moved off of my account, eRock Radio, to the consumer on Instagram. So if you want to follow that account, feel free to do so. I think the consumer is going to come back sometime in the spring.
Nice.
Had to take a little bit of a break trying to get all this other stuff there. Next week on the show, I'm sure we have people who are escaping me. Oh, Funko.
Jesus Christ.
Funko's calling back in next week. They have some more stuff they wanted to they had a great time on our show, and it made some news for the Sherlock stuff that they divulged. So they have more stuff they want to tell us. So they're going to call back in next week.
Sean Ashmore next week, hopefully, right?
Oh, yes. There was a technical problem as we had a bunch of them earlier, and we didn't get to do the Sean Ashmore interview. That will play next week. Apologies to him. But check out The Following on Fox with Kevin Bacon. It's a great show. And I think they're in season 3 now.
Yeah, it's season 3.
So check that out. And I think that's it. eRock Radio, Twitter, and Instagram. Till next time, be seeing ya.
And that's all the time we have. Follow the guys on Twitter and Instagram at eRock Radio and at GeekStuffOG. eRock Radio and at GeekStuffOG. The show should be back next week, right here on Opie Radio.